Ah. Ah, that's right. We were working on our mana enchanter to get this thing up and running. Now I tell you, this flower here is kind of an eyesore. I need to find a place to hide it. Let's, simple. This is simple. Can I target this block? How about this? I need to see through it, so we'll target that. Let's go down here. Okay, so it's like 2 blocks back from center, so this guy right here is where we need to... I hit that block. Oh, I can. Perfect. Oh, there's another one there. Okay, well that should be close enough for us to at least get. Tells me where it needs to go at least. Okay, so let's grab... That thing can be off center. Yeah, it's actually okay. I think I might... Let's grab that. These flowers actually do produce some glowing, so we'll just put that there. And I haven't decided yet if this is going to be a space where we actually interact in, or if it's just going to be enclosed. So I had to move this redstone around. These were up against the walls before because I had this redstone inverted, but I just fixed it on Sassy Stream, so now that's all working. Did I forget to send out my thing? Hold up. I did. It would help if I told people I was live, huh? Okay. There we go. We'll give them 30 seconds. Okay, cool. So I guess we can start just kind of getting everything arranged here. Do we have any blaze rods just chilling in a chest anywhere? Hold this in our hand and just do a little bit of running around. Do we have any end rods in here? 9. Okay, we'll put them in here for now. Okay, cool. Ooh, banner should not be in there though. There's Chaos. Good afternoon. I have to get used to. My phone is down here right now because I'm charging it because I forgot to recharge it. How are you doing? I'm excited. Hope you're having a happy Easter, happy weekend. We're going to get this mana enchanting up and running because mana enchanting's awesome. If you haven't seen it before, it allows you to enchant with books and not use up the book. And since we have... I fixed this on Sassy Stream. So now we have mana pools hidden inside these pillars. Like right in here. And when they get low, a tablet will drop out of here from spawn, fill this up, get empty, then be sent back to spawn to be refilled, and then it'll be sitting in here waiting to do that again. Each pillar has one. Got quadruple redundancy here, so it doesn't pull out too fast. And I can kind of see how full it is by just looking at comparator. So that's a 10. That's a 9. 14. That's a 10. If we ever see it drop below 7, we know that something's wrong. So far, so good. Speeding my way, spending way too much time playing Stardew Valley. I think Sassy will take that as a compliment. So here we are. We got this all set up. Now what we need to do... Oh, also mana enchanting, you don't need levels. And since levels are hard for us, that's great news. Okay, now what do we have here? We have Silk Touch. Okay, so we have used our floating orchid here to turn all this deep slate into ores. So we're going to go ahead and just start picking this up. We will need levels to begin with because we do need to get those initial books. And I enchant better than the average Joe Schmo because of what I am, being a warlock and all, and a cleric. My magnet rings won't work up here because we have anti-magnetic rings everywhere here. We are going to be throwing books all over the place eventually. We're going to give this a proper floor. And I found some awesome looking bookshelves as well. Not those. I'll get to those in a second. But this is going to help us get our XP as well. And we need these diamonds, because this structure here is not complete. Don't want to harvest that flower. We got some good diamonds here. Now I could silk touch these ores. I'm sorry. I could fortune these ores. Fortune giving you an average of 1 to 4 of whatever they make. However, if we grind them in our grindstone, we're guaranteed to at least get 2, with the possibility of 3. So I think on average, we'll actually be doing better if we use the grindstone. Also, it has the added benefit. Okay, we got 6 diamonds, so we'll see how much we get out of diamonds here. This feels a little bad to do this with the deep slate emerald, but we need the XP. Okay. But it gives us the added benefit of getting these nuggets of experience. And we've been wanting... We will be wanting that experience for enchanting books. We can add them to our library. Humming while all that grinds. I got a plan this time, so I'm not gonna be running around with my head, chicken with my head cut off here. Okay, so bookshelves. So I found a few in Macaw, and like if you look, the small thing here, these stripped bookshelves look really nice. Let's look up Macaw real quick, or just bookshelf. Okay. Kind of like what those look like, huh? So you can either get the kind of this, the bark texture on the outside, and then the interior trimming is like the stripped variant. I really like how this stripped birch looks on the exterior, but when you actually place it, they put, it really makes me mad. I wish that this here were also the stripped coloring, because that bark on the outside trim on the books just ruins it. Oh. Better are these dark oak ones. Now they still use the bark for the interior trimming, but at least it's a darker color, so it kind of works better. I like these. These are nice. What I found are the best, though. Absolute best are mangrove. We got a few example mangroves set up over here. Or so I thought. Maybe I put them away in here to be placed later. Ba 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 ba. So prepared. Okay, these are the oak ones that are the non-stripped variants. I don't like the fact that it's like this bark texture. I want the whole thing to be stripped. I think it's a cleaner look. I wish I could use these, but this dang... Ugh. Okay. Oh, I do. Mangrove bookshelves. Look at these. These are the best. The outside bark I don't mind. And it uses the strip variant in the middle, which is that red color. I think this looks pretty snazzy. And from the back, it looks good too. We're going to want to place a store of books. And what's nice is these can be used also as barrels. we'll be able to put our books in there. Hey, Ari! Happy Easter, everyone, also known as Cake Day! Cake Day. Heck yeah, happy Cake Day. Yep, just had a Easter meal with my parents yesterday. Also celebrating my birthday. My birthday's on the 13th, so we just kind of celebrated both together. And we had twice baked potatoes, we had meatloaf, we had asparagus, and deviled eggs. Very good. My favorite Swedish rice pudding for dessert. And we brought Tupperware so we could bring some loot home with us. Okay, cool. So I'll bet by now our ores are done processing. So what you had missed, Ari, is we had taken our ores that we made at the ore generating flour, and now we process them in the grinder, and we should have lots of this crushed raw stuff, which is good. A lapis, and these experience. Oh, and 14 diamonds. Okay. So we had only 6 ores in there. So yeah, I think we did better to do that instead of fortune. And we'll get these in our dank the lazy way. Doink. And we'll wash this. And we'll put these diamonds in our dank the lazy way too. Cool. Okay. Alright, this is already processing. We can use our manufacturing halos already programmed to turn those into ingots, and when they become ingots, they also get put in the dank automatically. Good. I think that also has a chance of doubling again, actually. So that's good. Get clay put away here. Stay organized. Nice, I had my birthday on Wednesday. Oh, awesome! Okay, that's cool. Birthday twinsies. Need to figure out what I want to do for my floor. Okay. Let's get all of these. I'm glad this is giving us clay too, actually. Ooh, hello. Okay. That. This in our dank. The clay in here. Oh, I love having my inventory managed. And I love these. Now, we also wanted, let's grab these. Let's be very careful with these. We don't want to accidentally spend them yet. Oh, let's take these emeralds. This is good. We spent some emeralds, so now we're kind of giving some back to Sassy. Bloop. So I was talking about the Proteus project. I will get some cake next day because my fridge is already full. Next week. Got the loot. Okay. So, Proteus Project. TLDR for those who weren't here last week, but basically, Proteus was Sassy's character in a Mutants and Mastermind game, which is basically a sentient mass of stem cells, and whenever she was used to heal somebody, that could also produce another hero in that setting, but they would develop a purple and green kind of color scheme because that's what Proteus looked like. So that's how you know they're Proteus touched. And so I'm kind of taking inspired from that. I want mana to kind of, if it's mana, it's purple and green. That's what purple and green means. We got the purple represented here, but we need something green. Now, check this out. I think this is cool. We got these nuggets of experience, but you can take these and you can turn them into a storage block, and you can get these. They sparkle, and they got animated textures. I mean, they're bright, but what I find is if you do something enough times in the build and make it a pattern, it starts to look good. So I think I want those in there because I love how that looks. It's solid experience built in a block, and I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure these count as books for purposes of getting an enchanting table up, which we won't need, but it's just kind of cool to know that that can happen. I think that can happen. 82 is always good in tech mods playthroughs, even more so. Yeah. Yeah, I will admit I hesitated for a long time because I feel like applied energistics is very dominating because it can do so much. Oh, did I just give myself experience? Oh, it's right here. Oh, I freaked out for a second. But one cannot deny that it's very nice. And it also doesn't give you things for free. You kind of have to work for it. So what I did is kind of a compromise to myself is I did not add any power generating mods, no electricity. The only ways we have to produce electricity in the pack is with the applied energistics vibration chambers, which we're using here, with lava, which is I think is kind of cool. Those are all connected to a there you can kind of see some of this. This is connected to all of our applied energistics stuff here. Or the mana flux field, which converts mana into power. But that will drain your mana super quick. I love, though, that I'm using the same lava that powers this to power these. And it seems to be doing just fine. In fact, we're calling it antimatter, and it's solid 14, and it's using redstone to detect, so that's as high as it can be. Hey guys, what's up? Got a special crossbow there, yeah. Welcome, welcome. Just don't get inside the carts down there and mess up my tree farm, please, okay? Now, be careful of the Sassy village over there. It's way overpopulated golems. Apparently, yeah, let's go over there. So, we pranked Sassy. It's a turtle! This looks so technical and cool, especially for a magician. Yeah, that's Fade's a scientist. But what's neat is I like to whereas Agent Johnson's like your high technology, actually this is kind of an Agent Johnson vibe, I suppose. But with the lore in this land, this is what Wolfram and B was working on, and I extracted it from Meteor, which we're calling the chunks of the Wolfram and B building when we crash landed here. They kind of landed as meteors. We reverse engineered the tech. I need food. But here's where we get into the magic. Right here, baby. Okay. So I need a floor. I'm not really sure how we're going to make it look yet. I might just make it a nice, just go with white concrete to start with. I just want this functional for right now. We can just cut in some designs later. So let's just get some white concrete. Yeah, white concrete. Okay. I'm sure we got plenty of white dyes. Got some white concrete. Okay. Need to get some concrete powder going. There. 3 stacks should do us. We'll put this in here. Cool. Okay. Go back to Fade Fabrications. I think my phone is finally charged enough I can put it back where I want it so I don't have to look hands here. Purple and green. Daily dose intensifies. I wish we could find the original, I'm sure Sassy has it somewhere, but the original sketch of Proteus as a character. Zalmut's brother is an artist and drew a picture and nailed it. It just looks awesome. Challenge to make purple and green look good in the character, but he totally pulled it off. Okay. It's one of those times where sometimes like you tell an artist something like here's what it looks like, and then they produce something that's not what you had in your head. It's actually even more. Like, that's what should have been in my head. You know? Oh, okay. Cool. Let's I love the manufacturing Halo. Hello? Okay. How to start a fight in the Minecraft community? Call Botania a tech mod. It is a tech mod. It's a magic. Okay, it's a magically themed tech mod. And thermal. If you really want to start a fight, then you have to declare thermodynamics as a magic mod. But yeah, to me, a tech mod is something that, like, Crate is also a tech mod. They're both tech mods. Any mod where, like, you can okay, here's how you know. If the mod gives you a single block that you can plop down, and it's like, say, a tree farm, then you're playing a well, not a tech mod. I don't know what you'd call that, actually. But for me, a tech mod is a mod that gives you the pieces to create your own farm, like this. Like, you can make a tree farm infinite number of ways and create Botania. Whereas, like, I guess a technical mod as opposed to a tech mod, I don't even know. I don't know what this is opposed to. Tech mod versus, I don't know what you call the other one. Well, my argument just kind of failed, didn't it? There are exceptions! So, Thaumcraft 6 isn't magic. Oh, it is definitely ay ay ay. Thaumcraft. Is Thaumcraft a tech mod by my definition? On one hand, you can create an auto miner laser, and that's it. That thing does one thing, and it just mines. On the other hand, it gives you blocks like the Arcane Ear, which is a Lego piece. You can use that to automate any number of things. So I guess it's kind of both. It's also a matter of flavor. Technology mods, you use something like energy, some type, like flux energy or whatever they call it now, RF. Whereas magic mods, you'll be using some sort of exotic power source that acts different. Like, it's not just electricity the numbers filed off. It will act differently. Like, mana has its own nuances. You have to collect it in pools. You don't get it from typical sources of electricity. Instead, you're getting it from, like, life sources. In this case, I'm literally getting mine from cactus and potatoes and carrots. Whereas, I guess, running furnaces to get electricity is a bit more... That's more like a turbine. That's more traditional. I don't know. I guess the whole thing's just kind of blurry now, isn't it? It's DJ! Hey, Fade. Hi, DJ. What's up? Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Okay, we got the white concrete. Let's get the floor on this bad boy. I want to get this thing to be functional. I did some math and some numbers here, and I did find that we can, like, use this floating orchid as much as we want here, and it won't outstrip our ability to replenish our mana. It will be able to pull mana from the mana battery at spawn fast enough to keep it from breaking. However, that mana battery will not fill as fast as it depletes, so we can't just put it on, leave it on, and automate it, but I don't think we need to do that, to be honest. I'm going to hide this cobble because it's between everything. Oh. That. I'm not really sure where we're putting these yet. I know that's what I want to use. Okay. This wand, place, area. Bop. Bop. Very good. In fact, I don't think we need to use Sir Flower anymore. We'll pick you up. Plop. Boom. Boom. Okay, cool. So let's take a look at this from the outside here. Hey, it's Vernon! What's up? At a certain point, tech and magic mods kind of blur merge into new madness. Yeah, I think ultimately what really sets them apart is flavor. I do kind of like there being crunchy reasons why they're different, and not just a hand wave. Oh, they just are. Like Create uses rotational energy, and so like you can kind of like you can kind of see like this kind of thing makes sense. Like stuff spins, and we got crushing wheels that grind things, Whereas Botania's mana is kind of like catching smoke in a bottle, and everything in Botania is just the slightest bit weird, and I like that. Okay, speaking of Botania, we need to get this structure complete. I think mana enchanting is very powerful. We need to pick this up temporarily. Cool. Burn on! Okay, let's see. Oh, let me get caught up. Few tech mods allow to make another world from nothing but RF nowadays. Oh yes. Oh, what's it called? I know what you're talking. I know what mod you're referencing. I just don't remember that. It escapes me right now. You say I would know it. In fact, I used that in Stoneblock. I'm good. Going crazy with the game, missing Rasmus. We had to call back to something that your character about your character a few sessions back. Oh, I am massively curious. What's happening? Every once in a while we get an update from Matt. I understand that I think if I remember correctly that he has more powers over his shapeshifting and has a bit of a better idea of what a paladin is, like in character. For those that aren't to know, he's kind of he's like a yin and yang character. He's like part demon succubus, part werewolf, but then he's also like a paladin. So he's got like this. He kind of reminds me of like Blade from the Vampire Blade series a little bit, in the sense he's kind of like he's a mixture of good and bad, at least by heritage. He's trying to be good, but he has like these carnal urges he has to sate every once in a while too. So he has to like mitigate those tendencies. Where is my book? There it is. Okay. I need to find my wand of flight. There we go. RF Dimensions. Thank you, thank you. Yes, RF Tools, RF Dimensions. That family. Yep. Very much. Okay. Go here. Need to enchant. Incorrect. Get me out of here. Enchanting with mana. And we need to visualize this. Okay. I want to make sure that these crystals... That way. Okay, so we put it right there. We need to make these. Mana pylons, I think is what they're called. To use enchanter, I already know all that. Know all that too. They are mana pylons. Okay. Mana pylons and some kind of flower. Flowers disappeared. Why did the flowers disappear? There they are. That was weird. Oh, I know what's happening. It's cycling through all the flowers you can use, but floating flowers work too. But for some reason, the floating flowers don't render in the cheat mode here. Okay, that's fine. 6 mana pylons. Oh, goodness. Well, your mysterious blood collector seller came into town looking for you because his stock was too high and he needed to unload. He had like a hot supply and he needed his fence. That created a big issue with Stephen and Wolf because Wolf wanted the blood for himself and Stephen believed it to be unethical. That prompted a fight and Wolf almost lost control of his bloodlust. Ooh, drama. Erasmus, old contact. By the way, Erasmus was an old man, a human, a monk, but he was much older than a human had any business being, and the way he was elongating his life was by injecting fey blood into himself to kind of hijack their longer lifespan. So he was constantly, he had a connection. What was I looking for? Mana pylon. Okay, this guy. Easy. So I need 6 mana diamonds and 12 gold and 12 mana ingots. Okay. So we should have, we just made some diamonds here. Nice. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6. Okay. Here, these pools will be relocated to a more accessible area here soon. And we can see the pillars all send their mana here to keep it full. Okay. Back. And gold. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, this is just great. There's this sleep slab that is now masquerading around as an adult man wearing headphones. I'm a sleep slab. Wow. Oh. From the point of view of a Malamute, I get it. I get it. I'm beginning to learn how to speak blues. Oh, I thought you were going with the whole doormat thing. I'm like, I can see puppies sleeping on the doormat. It works in my head. To your question, yeah, we found a lichen village. Well, the lichen found them and brought them to the village, and some things were taught to Wolf to control his form changing. But there's still a lot to learn. He also learned that his mom and sister might not be dead after all. Oh, we're messing with Wolf. I love it. I always feel refreshed after getting off this bed because it has this nice little back massager here built into it. Okay, I think I got some mana already over here. Okay, mana, yes we do. We only need 12. Perfect. And now we should be able to turn these into the pylons. Beautiful, we'll send those back in the system. Okay. We're also running low on food, so let's visit the Adventurers Guild. Speaking of TTRPGs, I just bought the 3-book set of Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, Monsters of the Multiverse, and Xanathar's Guide to Everything. Nice. You know, in the off chance I can ever find anyone to play D&D with, I'm actually messing with Will All. I don't know if you knew that Steven actually took some levels in Warlock. Oh, I didn't know that. And his patron ended up with. Gotcha. And his patron ended up being Wolf's father. And Steven's talking about ethical decisions. If I remember correctly, Wolf's father wasn't exactly a saint. Oh, that's messed up. In the best way. Those Tasha books, by the way, DJ, are excellent. I think I have all of them except the Monsters of the Multiverse. Though, back when I was active in Fern's campaign, I think that was shared with me, and I think it's actually still inside my phone. But they did a lot of nice adjustments to a lot of things. Very good changes. Oh, right. I needed food. So, Red Dank probably won't let me pick any of this up, will it? Oh, actually it will. Pick all this up. Now, I don't want to use what I'm about to do often, because this isn't as fun as making a variety of food. But in the here and now, I just need something to... I don't need to be worrying about food presently when I'm trying to get this done. So I'm going to keep making mana cookies for the moment. But I'm going to make a lore something that like you can't sustain off of them forever, or maybe they're addictive or something. Because We have Farmer's Delight and all sorts of other cooking things in the pack, and Sassy really likes getting into food, and I don't want to steal her thunder by just constantly eating these. So, this is temporary.
He's within our sights. Get him.
Oh, look at this! We got Heaven's Spirit of Psalm is raiding. Thank you! Welcome, Heaven. Appreciate that. So, we know the rule here. We get raided, we follow back. Fade, I thought you hate tech because Agent Johnson. Generally, Fade doesn't hate tech. It's hard to explain. There's a certain flavor of tech. I think Agent Johnson is kind of like a combination. Let's hide in here for a second. He's like a combination of high technology and government, right? Fade wants to research, and you might say he majors in magic, but every once in a while, science is a nice accompaniment. He kind of treats magic as a science, you know? Takes a scientific approach to his research of science. Not a hard science. Like, Unity Foundation, Agent Johnson, they don't like magic because, well, if you have a ray gun, right, something made from science, anybody who holds said ray gun can pull the trigger and shoot it. Science is accessible to anybody. Whereas magic, generally, is only accessible to a select few. You have to, quote-unquote, have the gift, or the arcane sight, or whatnot. And the Unity Foundation has not found a way of replicating that. So, given they're so focused on control, and that's an element they can't control, they see it as chaotic, and something that rivals their technology, they see Fade as a threat. Now, that's why they don't like magic. Now, Fade, he can do the technology thing, but he's most interested in, well, magic is almost like another branch of science. It doesn't quite follow the rules. So I think he just simply finds it more interesting. Oh, thank you, Chaos. Johnson is logic. Oh, do you know what? I like this. Agent Johnson is logic. Fade is intuition. Thank you, Blues. I enjoyed your Thaumcraft 6 series. Thank you. I do want to clarify, it's not done, and I am still working on it. A lot of people ask, so I'll just preemptively bring that up. It's more that I want to release the next few episodes quick succession because we're reaching a climactic moment. And I don't want there to be a long time between those episodes. So once they come out, I'll probably release one. I don't know if it'll be once a week or even more rapidly. But I want it to be pretty, you know. So I'm currently making those. I don't know how many of those there will be because it's kind of the story kind of writes itself. There's some things I don't know yet. Like I don't exactly know what I'm going to counter inside that fortress, so that's going to determine the storyline. It's also a little bit challenging because I'm playing all the roles, and that kind of makes it hard for editing purposes. But I actually want both characters to be there interacting, so that's a challenge too. And that means I need Sassy to help me with it to kind of sometimes puppet master one character or the other. But anyway, it is happening. I remembered you say Bewitchment Origins or Stormblock 3's successor to Thaumcraft 6. Yes. So Bewitchment Origins is canonically the successor, or at least the next step in the story. What is awkward is I didn't want to stop myself from playing new series while I waited to get Thaumcraft 6 done, but I also wanted to continue the story. So I'm in this awkward place where here we are ahead of the story that hasn't yet been told yet. So when Thaumcraft is done, the gap will have been bridged from one to another. And I do have that storyboarded. I will laugh my donkey off if TC7 releases the same day as when you finish TC6. Yeah, for real? Like, I am dreading the if... I gotta get my series done before TC7 comes out, because if I'm still working on my thing when TC7 comes out, I'm gonna feel really bad about myself. Okay, let's get these cookies put away. Go here. Nope. Do we have room here? Yes. Oh, she made cookies for me. Oh well. Said as a forever DM, creating a story that goes after a story hasn't concluded. Yep. You know it. You know it. I mean, I did vow to myself and to my audience that what I would not do is abandon the story, because I've been bit by that before. I even understand why it happens. And, from the algorithm, if that's all I was caring about, if I was just based off YouTube algorithm, I should have stopped ages ago and moved on to the next thing and just kept on doing whatever was hot. But instead, I play and make videos of things I like, and if there's something I'm really loving, like the Thaumcraft series, I'm going to stick to it. And also, maybe it's just a obsessive compulsion or something, but I can't leave it undone. Also, I've been working on that story for years. I'm in love with it. It's my baby. I want to finish that. So, I mean, I got a day job. I'm not relying on this to pay the bills, so I can take as long as I need to. And once it's out there forever, and people will be able to watch the whole thing to completion. It's going to be great. It's kind of like a little time capsule of stuff I've done, and I can look at that as an accomplishment, be very proud of it. Every once in a while I like to look at our old Botania series of Sassy and I played, and Sassy will say something funny, and I can relive it. It's cool. I agree with you that Thaumcraft 6 is one of my favorite mods. I love, 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 love. They managed to make magic feel magical. My only feedback would be I miss the magical nodes from earlier versions of Thaumcraft, I think Thaumcraft 4, and I miss having wands, because to me magic and wands kind of make sense. The gauntlets were cool. I wish I had done more with them. But and honestly, you could just retexture them as a wand, and it would function the same way. We've talked about this before. But yeah, I would love to see maybe like if they could kind of mishmash some of the older stuff in with the newer stuff. And if I really want to be super happy, Blood Magic would be updated and complete. And complete. I don't think we've seen a complete Blood Magic since 1.7.10. Oh, man, I would love that so much. But I think like the same mod person is now. I think Tehut, I think is the guy's name. I might be wrong. Is the one that is working on Thaumcraft and has the Thermal series and also has Blood Magic. I mean, or that's Way of Time actually, isn't it? I might be getting my mod authors confused. Anyway, there's a lot on their plate. I'm kind of happy though that they've taken their time, because to me that speaks of quality, and I've always been happy to wait for something good, particularly since, as you can see, I can play the same thing forever and be perfectly fine. My foot's cramping. I don't know why. Ugh. Okay, water. I don't miss hungry nodes. That's fair enough, man. That's fair enough. You know what's cool to me, though? Even though they took that out and they changed it to something else in Thaumcraft 6, what's cool to me is Thaumcraft 4 and Thaumcraft 6, all the Thaumcrafts, they all felt like Thaumcraft. Even if they were making those changes, they kept the core feeling. To introduce a new mechanic and not lose the flavor that made it Thaumcraft, that's very talented. I mean, that's excellent. Azure, I think it was the original guy who did Thaumcraft. I just hope if they can keep that mystique, that mystery. Like Thaumcraft wasn't even the most powerful mod, but you had to work hard enough to unlock the things that it felt good, but it wasn't impossible to get there either. And then it had these beautiful particle effects and the sounds. It was just a very pretty mod, very satisfying. I still think the favorite thing I've ever made was Oh, what's that thing called that pulls elements out of the jars for you? The thaumatorium, I think, or something like that. Every time I use it, every time I do it in a video, it ends up making the cut, even though I know you guys have seen it a million times, just because it's so dang satisfying for me to watch. It's completely self-indulgent. He's in love. I've never felt bad about being open with what I like. Uh, yeah, it's there is a culture where people are afraid to express that they like everyone's like, oh, it's okay, it's meh. Nah, if I like something, I'm just gonna say it. I think there's like this thought where like you're making yourself vulnerable because if you say you like something, somebody else might say they don't like it, and all of a sudden you feel bad. And I'm like, well, you don't have to feel bad. Someone else cannot like it. It's okay. Also, I had some coffee, so I'm talking a little bit fast. Even if half the graphics were borrowed, were they? Okay. I don't. If there's any controversy there, I'm unaware of it. All I know is, for however it came across, I liked the end result. In terms of my experience as a player, it was there as a mod, and I played it and I enjoyed it. So I'm just trusting that people are making everything ethically, and yeah. So I didn't realize that things were borrowed, but it's there now, and still a fun mod. Where's your better half? My better half is upstairs doing some editing. She got another manuscript from one of her authors, and she's trying to get that done because we're going to be gone next week because, well, my birthday and also the eclipse is happening. So we took that week off, and we're going to head along the path of the eclipse and see if we can catch the totality. So she's trying to work ahead. I just realized I've been running back and forth and not really doing anything. Hold up, let me... We're going to get some green in here because we need flowers. And I guess I'll grab some purple here just so I have the option. I don't know if I use any of them. Let's grab 8 of both. I think I need 6 and 8. Okay. So Sassy, aka Charlie, you're here. Signed, Charlie. Yes. Thank you for that reference. I kind of want to see you use corrupted version of Thaumcraft mod occultism. That's the other thing. If I get Thaumcraft complete, I'll finally be able to make a new mod pack and play something new for my channel because I'm not allowing myself to make a new series until I get it done because I'm afraid it'll take time away. So I'm excited to complete it for a couple of reasons. One, just to have the story out there, and two, I can finally get onto some other stuff I've been wanting to play because that's 1.12. I mean, yikes. Fate is getting old. Never! What year did your mother squeeze you out? Jeez. So you were thinking Stoneblock 3 is next on schedule, right? Stoneblock 3 I kind of think is a little bit of an offshoot. I was kind of working that into the story some, but you know what's weird is I've had some series that weren't meant to be canonical that kind of became canonical. For example, Botania Garden of Glass was meant to be like an offshoot where like we didn't successfully stop the cataclysm, the world did explode, and so therefore we had to build a new one. And then we had certain things like Agent John, we had Tiny King Wilson come out of that. And case in point, even though that didn't happen, we kind of kept Tiny Teen Wilson as a character. So that's so alternate dimensional Fade spawned this monster. in our UHCs, or not MHCs, we had one where Sassy got see, I forget what it was called, but it was one where we were pretending that we were real people, got sucked into a virtual reality machine, and we're like looking at Minecraft like we've never seen it before. Like imagine how weird this place is. Like if you were in real life and you're an AR a virtual reality headset and all of a sudden things look like this. And Sassy's character had died and the computer absorbed her, but then Sassy's personality was too strong and the computer got her personality, so that's where Sassy AI came from. And that idea was just too cool, so that became canon. Stoneblock didn't end up adding anything new to the plot, so that might become non-canon, maybe, unless I figure out a way of tying it in. I am pretty good at doing that. I guess the short answer is we'll see. Oh, Batman is here redeeming some hydrates. Nah. Snowden morning. So while Fade was out running about through dimensions being chased by Agent Johnson, Sassy was gallivanting around, and while she couldn't loot my magic, she found ways of causing mischief through the multiverse, even created her own pirate town, and then later looted them and left to show up in Bewitchment Origins. Snowden Morning was great because that happened organically. That was a character in our Techtopia series, for those who aren't aware. It was a villager that spawned with that name, Snowden Morning, like morning and evening morning. And she tried to assign that character a different job. He just wanted to be a bard, and she's like, "Nope, I think I need a cook or something." So she made him a cook, or a guard maybe. And then like the bad guys attacked, and he died, and so she made a grave for him. And then Ghost started to show up, completely unrelated, but we decided to storyline it. And so we did a thing where like lightning struck and the grave, instead of saying morning like day and evening morning, to mourning as like mourning a lost one or mourning a bad event. Mourning as in sad. That was pretty clever. Anyway, Snowden Mourning, I love that because it happened organically. Since Sassy used mine colonies, not quite, it was Techtopia.
Fade, yes. Remember that time? Insert memory here. Fade Johnson, or Agent Johnson?
I was not ready to hear her voice. That's Sassy, by the way. That was Sassy AI, as a matter of fact. Thank you, Chaos. Imagine you time travel in the series world of Lord of the Rings. Oh, that'd be fun. Now, mine colonies would be fun. Okay. Focus. Make glowy flowers. I hope the conversation is carrying because I'm not getting anything done. Okay, let's go here. Let's do glow stone, and we can make these guys sparkle. We're gonna have just enough. Nice. Make these guys sparkle. And now we need some grass. And we'll just grab a couple, and we need to duplicate it here. Focus on Botania, sir. I know. How was the next episode of Minecraft going? I'm laughing, Batman, because we were just talking about it, but you weren't here yet. I'm working on it. Basically, I'm doing, Batman, is I'm getting multiple episodes done at the same time because we're reaching a climax, and I don't want there to be a lot of time between episodes. So I'm kind of doing, I'm doing like a batch of 3 at once, so that way they can just release. So that way it'll likely end up to be continueds. I don't want you guys waiting forever between. I want to end on a good note. So working on that. I have content for I'd say 1.5, and I got about one. I got one rendered. Well, not quite rendered. I have to do a little bit more editing on it, and I'm working on the second. And I hope to get more done next week when I have that time off for my birthday and the eclipse. So that's where I'm at. I'm thinking if Agent Johnson will make a return to another world. Maybe. I gotta be careful because I don't want to give anything away for Thaumcraft. Let's just say that I have an answer. I just can't give it just yet. But an answer is there. As you can probably tell when we're talking with Fern, you know, big D&D nerd. I am completely in love with this storylines in general. Fun. So I can think about that kind of thing all day. So I'm hoping at some point we can share our book Sassy and I are writing that involves our old D&D characters. From my very first campaign that was in 3.5. So gotta get that written at some point. Okay, now we can make a bunch of these. I think 16 is what we need. I love this system. These will be moved up here once we're done. Let's lay on the saw bled. The saw bed. The saw bled. That might... I'm going to call it that. This is a saw bled because... yeah. Okay. So we need this, and nope. Go away, come back, here we are. Okay. Oh, we need dirt. Dirt, 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 dirt. Okay. I'm just curious about how your character got to the Bewitchment Origins world. Well, loosely, Agent Johnson kind of caused it to happen, though the mechanism behind it wasn't explained. Though, again, I have an answer, and I deliberately didn't explain because that ties into things that haven't happened yet. So, again, I'll tell you that there is an answer, I just can't discuss it yet. The MGivus demands sacrifice. We have to feed the MGivus every once in a while or it gets ornery. Why am I here? I was looking at this for a reason. I needed dirt. Okay. Go some dirt. Okay. Start with floating flowers and we can adjust. There they are. I was going to say, what happened to my things? So we got those. Got these. Okay, good. Let's dump that back into our dank. We'll dump that back in our dank. I love how that puts it in the dank. That's very nice. Okay, and grass. Grass is fine to put back in the shared applied energistic system. Okay. So I don't think we need the full 16. Okay. So we need 4 in the middle, 3 on the outside, on each side. So I'm thinking start with maybe these can be the lime ones. Then the purples on the outside. I might mess with that a little bit, but let's watch this. So you said Final Frontier, then Bewitchment Origins, then Thaumcraft. Oh. It goes... Okay. I'm sorry, let me access the file here. It goes survival stories. So at the very beginning, we got survival stories, and it ran parallel to Sassy Survival. And for a while, we're kind of doing, Sassy did an episode, I did an episode. Kind of went like this, kind of like Buffy and Angel. Then survival stories had a, behind the curtain, I did an update and survival stories crashed. And it had to end before I was ready. So I then went, okay, I'm going to start, what was it called? Curse of Gaia. And that was huge. It was a very difficult mod pack, which was made even more difficult because of a bug. And nobody was playing it. And when I released that first episode, it exploded. Because people, I don't know, maybe people are like, are you insane enough to play this? You're crazy. Then I fixed survival stories. And now I was in a quandary because I had storylined going to Curse of Gaia, but then I still wanted to complete survival stories, so I went back to it, played it a little bit more. Then I wanted to clean that up, so I had a merger event, and Curse of Gaia was fun, difficult, but it was too grindy for me to actually continue to make episodes at a good clip, so I had to end it. So I found a new mod pack called New Frontier, which continued the chase of Agent Johnson following Fade Alchemist. So I did a cinematic trailer, which kind of wrapped that up, combined them back together. But when that happened, Lightning Bolt zips him away to another location, one like far out in the edges. That's where New Frontier started. And then after New Frontier was Thaumcraft, and after Thaumcraft, it's going to be Bewitchment. What is with the green bar? The green bar, so this structure here, this mana enchanter, is a multi-block structure, much like the mana portal, which I actually have to move that over here too, come to think of it. And that lets you know how close you are to completing it. So you know how we saw that holographic display of what needed to go here? Every time I place a block, it was counting down how much of the structure I had completed. So that green bar was just showing you how much of this I had done, and then it went away when I completed it because it was finished. Good question. That's Botania. The book does that for you. So how cheap of mana enchanter for early game? Well, let me show you something heavily, because this ain't early game. This mana enchanter is infinite, because we got... This is kind of sweet. So where's all this mana coming from? Okay, so we're playing with danks here. This dank and this dank. In fact, all the danks in all the corners are the same dank. They all hold... Let's see if I can get up here. We need to make more of these tablets, actually. So this dank is duplicated amongst all of them, and they all share one inventory like an ender chest, and there's about 5 of these mana tablets floating about. Some of them are stuck in other farms right now. So there is a farm that we have that bottles mana into these tablets. And when a tablet gets, when one of these pools gets close to empty, that's what this redstone does, and this red string comparator does, it knows to call one of those tablets, and it will empty. When it's empty, it gets sucked back into that dank, and then at spawn where the other dank is, it will drop out, refill it, and put it back in the dank. So we have one farm at spawn, and we have these towers which distribute mana to any pool, any farm that we have. We have 4 here because this might draw mana very quickly, and this will keep us full. And I can show you that farm. Is Bewitchment Origins kind of done, replaced with D&D? This is kind of like a continuation of that. Basically, this still has Bewitchment and everything in it. We just also found... We included more Origins, and we found a D&D Origin mod. And Sassy actually took a D&D Origin for herself. She's a half-elf. So, and also given that this is a highly roleplay series, we decided... And I mean, her name is Sassyrogue. We decided to integrate that into the title. But it's basically the same. We just wanted to play the 1.19.2 version of Bewitchment and not be stuck on the 1.16 version. So that's why the naming changed, so that way the 2 series wouldn't be confused, but it's kind of all one storyline. Are you still a demon? That's hurtful. I am a witch or warlock and a cleric, which these are the same. Oh, I remember what you're saying. Okay. I have the same origins, however, I am not a revenant. I do not have the ability to possess creatures anymore. And that's because Requiem, the mod I was using to do that, it never updated beyond 1.16, so it just simply wasn't available. It was also very glitchy. It was very fun though. There was stuff I wanted to do I never got to do. What I really wanted to do with that was I wanted to grab some pillagers. And as a pillager, I could have forced them to get rid of their equipment, and I could have gotten them to hold on to my customized equipment, and then when I left, they'd still have it. That would have been so awesome. There could have been mobs using mana equipment. But I think I found another way I can do that. But we'll get there. Okay. What the heck was I doing? I think this is now functionally complete. Oh, yeah, I remember what I was going to do. I was going to show you the farm at spawn. I love how you use runes around the tavern. Yeah, thanks. I'm thinking I'm going to leave these here. And I'm going to end up putting chairs and tables in here. Because you can put them in these empty blocks and it doesn't interrupt the rune's ability to work. I just kind of love the idea that the tavern has this secret where, like, in times of need, it can, like, use these magical runes. And we got, like, another one right here for teleportation. So, yeah, that's kind of cool. Let's journey through this silo. And Blueswolf was crying. Why? Okay, here we go. That's why we call it the silo here. Let's, uh-oh. Don't have a bed. Okay, I don't want to stick around here too much at night, but, this guy is our mana battery. Ooh. And you can see that most of these pools are completely full. And up here, we have that dank. Again, with tablets in it. And if this were to ever get an empty one, it would drop in here. It would fill. This chute is filtered to only pull out full ones, so it's going to stay there till it's full. And then there's another dank beneath it, which is the same dank. So the effect is it'll just keep on putting full tablets in here, which can be pulled out by my other farms. And this has a spark on it, which is dominant spark, which will always try to be full. All the rest of these sparks are neutral. So all these pools will always empty into this one. So this one can't be empty unless all 98 pools beneath it are also empty. This here controls the Dandelion. It's presently off, and that's because we have some controls underneath this piece of dust. And that's looking at our limiting reagents, which is the beetroot and the cactus. When they get low, this turns off until, okay, we're gonna have to, we have wet noodle here, which has smite on it. Ow. Good armor, at least. Stained grass. Question, for you, what the teleport are you using travel to Silo? I am using, this is Bewitchment, I'm using for this. So, let's get somewhere safe here and I can go back to the guild. I have to, did I misspell it? Oh, I did. Boom. We're a bit safer in here. Let's go ahead and eat. So, these cauldrons, if you throw in a ender pearl, will become this green stuff, this teleportation fluid, and you can name them. And then when you stand in them and you type the corresponding name to another cauldron, it will take you there, as long as you have enough magical energy. The distance formula is, for every one magical energy you have, you can go 2 blocks. So this has 655 in it, So we can go whatever 2 times 655 is. Like 1,310 or something like that. That might be wrong. Blocks away. That's pretty good. And it doesn't use any materials. It does drain this, but it refills passively based off all the plants around it. It's another plant-based magic, which is kind of cool. Okay. So now we need to try out... Nope, 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 nope. I hate these babies. These things will steal your items. Let's get rid of this guy. He hits me, he'll take an item. Okay. Drop anything off here. Glowstone. White stuff. I guess we'll put an arrow in there. Levitation shot. No, I am going to destroy it, but that's okay. We're going to get some more chance here right quick. Strip birch. We're probably never going to use that. Put this back in here. These flowers. They steal eyes. Wouldn't put it past them. I'm thinking you should replace your sword to the Terrorblade. Excuse me. The only reason why I haven't is because for whatever reason, it's laggy. Whenever I swing with it, the entire world hitches. And I'm not sure why it's doing that, and I haven't fixed it yet. A lot of mods have updated, so sometime near future I'll probably make it again, because I do like that wand. I have made the Mana Blaster, though. I mean, if you have a bunch of spider eyes in your pocket. Uh-oh. If they steal eyes, well, yeah, actually. You're correct, Blues, they totally would. Imagine you become a werewolf or vampire. Might be in the future, it very well might be, it might be. Maybe. I mean, there might be a future where Sassyrogue is very happily working on her building over here. And while she's deep in concentration and building, maybe a random werewolf might attack. I mean, you know, it's wild out there. It can be dangerous. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's horrible. Let's get up here. Regs for decommission. Oh, she let them out. And while they were in here, her employees are very industrious. The problem is so much worse. That backfired so badly. I gotta get... By the way, these things will attack me on sight. Like, if you see, they're not coming to shake my hand. I can tell you that. Nope, don't want birthday spankings. No, thank you. Bye-bye. Nope, nope. No thanks. No, thank you. No thanks. Here, we'll get you over here. Hi. And you, sir, can just... Yep. Ow. Golem printer go... Brrr. Wasn't Sassy a vampire in the past series? She was. We were playing a mod pack with Antonio Ash. What was it called? It had a lot of fun stuff in it. It had the dragon mod in it. It was kind of a kitchen sink mod, but it was more balanced than most. And I had made like a really huge ship, and I was using Corrales Graves to like deathport places. It was actually quite fun. And I was like a vampire hunter, and she was a vampire. Yeah, that was good times. That was fun. Yeah, vampirism was in that. Yeah, that was fun. That was a good one. That was really fun. Not yet. The 13th. April 13th. Saturday, I believe. Yeah. So one thing I want to do soon is that arena, I think, is we can do things in there. I want to start making use of those ideas we have in our Discord for competitions, and I want to get the random origin roller in place, and I want to do some competitions with Sassy. And I think we're going to do kind of a birthday / streamiversary event that uses that and turn those things on. That's something that's in near future. I might use that week to get that ready too. Okay. Okay. So I need books. Serious? Okay, yeah, we have some books. Okay, we got some books. And we want to get, let's see, we need someplace to put the books. So let's do that first. So would they look good? Put them here. This is very narrow. I think they have to be part of this wall. We put, that doesn't look, okay. Those can't be there. Not sure how we're going to make this look good from the outside yet, but we're not going to worry about that just yet. Bookshelf there. And data copied to clipboard. I don't even know what I did there. Okay, we'll do that. Need to make more. These can hold. I move these. Okay, here's my quandary, guys. This is centered. No, it's not. That's not centered. Never mind. I can have my cake and eat it too. I think that would be centered. Ow. My ankle. Ah! Maybe use that arena to summon a demon, right? Not far off. It's going to be used to summon Gaia Guardians too. And, oh, yeah. At some point, I want to I want to do some things. Like, Cub did this way back in the day, but imagine we get some golems in here, and I can get some other bad guy mobs in here, and I can enhance them with potions. We can have them fight. We can watch from the stands, take bets on which side will win. Oh, it's going to be fun. I have a lot of ideas. Okay. I think... Let's see. Maybe nether brick? Do we have any nether brick? Hey Fade, question for you. Does Bewitchment Origin Agent Johnson know how your character got sent to Bewitchment Origin World Timeline? Yes, because he was involved. Let's see. Nether. There's some nether bricks. Perfect. They're nice and dark. We'll make a sacrifice to the MGBus. And I wasn't going to use this, but I like how that looks. Railing. Dang. Oh, dang. Okay. Let's see how this looks. So if we start putting this here, it ties in nicely to this color. we'll do the. We'll just do one side here. Hello. Nope. There. So let's look. That's neat. Oh, but I don't really like how that looks. Okay, we will remember. Take these out. That doesn't work. Out. Back in. Oh, you can't. They're this way forever now. Okay. Ah, that's right. That's right. Okay. I remember the time. I sometimes have to review my old videos to remember because I have a lot of storylines going on. I do remember that, Heavenly. You're correct. That's right. I have to remember exactly where that fit in. Tween series, or it might be, you know, I think what might have occurred, that might have been where Fade was kind of held between Thaumcraft and Bewitchment Origins. It's kind of like a holding cell, a place to kind of like, okay, I know where he is, and he can't do any problems there. And then use that as like, oh yeah, that was a prison. Oh, it's coming back to me now. Yeah, he was basically in prison there, trying to get out. And he tried to hijack the nether portal, and he ended up deeper into that dimension. I kind of see like Agent Johnson kind of deposits him. There's like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing with you yet, so bleh. And then later pulled him out. Some Bewitchment Order's like, here, I'm giving you a mission now. I'll have to review that. Look at my notes. But that's right. I'm just curious because your character in Thaumcraft series has not been sent to Boone. It's correct. That is story that's yet to be told. Correct. That's the gap. Those questions will be answered in Thaumcraft. Brick. Nether, brick. Or just nether. Good news. Let's keep one in there. Nether brick, nether rack, rather, is something I can reproduce using mana duplication. Oh, baby. So this will only make 16 brick, so we need a lot more. This does use up mana pretty quickly, but I don't think fast enough to overrun these. That's full now. That's full now. That's near full. And that's pretty full. Okay, so if you remember, these were lower values before, so what that means is the system has successfully called for mana and refilled itself. And that mana would have come from that spawn mission I showed you. That's one of the things with Botania. It's very difficult to have farms anywhere else other than your main base because you need mana. So you either have to bring mana with you and just accept the fact that you'll have to refill those pools once in a while, or you have to be locked to a certain location. So for me, the challenge is always get mana somehow, get it automated, and then figure out a way to not be tied down to one location. In this case, we're using Thanks. I'm thinking he sent you to Stone Block 3 to purify. You know, I kind of like that. Heavenly. I kind of like that. If he came to Bewitchment Origins, he will stop your witchy magic or embrace the magic. I can tell you one thing. I don't think Agent Johnson will be embracing that. He's his fear of magic is deeply entrenched. Or at least maybe fear isn't the right word. the threat that he feels magic represents is strongly ingrained. Now you look at him, he's very militaristic, he's very controlled, and that's kind of antithetical to what magic is. I kind of want to see a series where you travel to Agent Johnson's boss location. Oh, I want to do that too. The only thing that's difficult is that means I have to make said location. But yes, I think it'd be great to storm the Unity Foundation. That would be amazing to one day do that. That would be so good. Get some bricks. Once we have a, we'll wait for one set to come through here. And then we can start taking the best books that are from the guild, and we can start moving them over. And we can start making some test equipment. Lost cities would help. I see what you're putting down. Okay. Just pick up a mod where something might... That does help. At the same time, though, it'd be very fun to make their base. It'd be very fun. Okay. We need to make some nether brick. Some expensive stuff, yikes. I'm just curious about the Unity Foundation looks like. Yeah, I really hope that the calculator mod gets updated again someday, because that to me was like the perfect flavor for the Unity Foundation. Nether brick stairs, here we go. So what I can do from here, I think if I put these upside down, these don't connect. More bubkiss. It's bubkiss, I say. Okay. We'll do this for now. And aesthetics aside, thing to stand on here. Okay. Looks good. I'll just do the one side for now. I'll let that ruminate. Yeah, we'll let that ruminate. Greg Tech and Nuclear Craft, scary combo. Sense and Stormcraft 6, I remember the woman was showed in digital video. That was in Stoneblock. Yeah, that was. Albertornadia. Yes. All will be made clear. Very explosive skill issue too. I only see Indie Foundation in Void and built in all white. I see very high tech. I see. I could see it potentially being in the Void. I'm kind of thinking like a D&D City of Brass or a sigil, like something like some kind of hub. Very controlled. If you guys are familiar with Firefly and the bad guys in that, I kind of find the Unity Foundation were very heavily influenced by that corporation. But very high tech, very managed, sterile, computerized, structured. One part Agents of Shield, a little bit.
Stop following me!
The computer gets jealous, so don't listen to that guy. Thank you so much for following me. It's not telling me who did it. Oh, thank you, Heavenly. Awesome. Appreciate. I forgot what I was doing again. I need to make more mangrove bookshelves. Shelves of the mangrove flavor. Mangrove flavored bookshelves, please. Just one more set. Excellent. You're one of my favorite roleplay people. Oh, thank you. Awesome. Appreciate that. Warm fuzzies. Okay. Oh. No. We're not going to play that game where we're one block off. No. Okay. Okay. We need to... Okay. You know what? We don't have a Terra Steel Blade yet. And you guys, one of you, I think, was it Heavenly? One of you said we should make that. And you know what? Since we don't have it, and I want to enchant something, that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and take a quick nap in the Adventurers Guild here. And we're going to grab the books. Let's see what good books we got. Dame posture check. All right. Sit up here, and I've been conditionally conditioned. I've been conditionally conditioned. I have been conditioned to drink when I do a posture check here. Get that one for free. Books. So right now we are beholden to this. Go, Robin. Oh, I also figured out that you can do this. So imagine how pretty. There's a few things. Books can set in stacks like this because of handcrafted, or they can just be placed straight up in the world, I think because of supplementaries. So when it comes to decorating, actually Sassy did a lot of the little decorating here. We're going to be able to make it look really good. I get ahead of myself though. Charge. Chance to receive the speed effect whilst attacking an enemy. Protection 3, piercing 4. Okay, I want the best ones here. Weakening, swift-footed. Can we combine any of these? Piercing 3. I think piercing goes up to 4 though, doesn't it? Poison Cloud. Riptide. Affinity. This is interesting. Great book, but not actually. It is useful to us. I was going to say it's not because the mana bow never runs out of arrows, but there are a lot of specialty bows in here that wouldn't be using mana, so that is good for that. Feather falling. Cowardice. Okay. Let's look at some of these. So we got Poison Cloud. How high does Poison Cloud go? Poison Focus goes up to 3. Poisoning goes up to 3. Dripping Poison gives 8 poisoned arrows upon drinking a health potion. Potent Poison inflicts poison when it hits a non-undead mob. Higher level increases duration and poison level. Wow. Where's Poison Cloud? Maybe we should look up Cloud. I'm getting a bit concerned because Sassy is very poison focus, and can you imagine having all these poison focus books on her frickin' bee stinger? That'd be scary, but I'm not gonna lie, part of me wants to see it. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, good. So that is as high as that goes. Piercing. Maybe instead of Terabade, you could make evolve version Thundercaller. Yeah, that's true. Now, question: do you know if you enchanted the Terrasteel Blade and then converted it to a Thundercaller, would it maintain its enchants? That's what I'm curious. What were we looking up? We were looking up piercing. Yeah. Piercing goes to 4, so this isn't good enough. We want to get that to piercing 4 before we transfer it over. Oh, hello piercing 4. Okay, we did that. Charge and potato recovery. Those are weird, but charge. Quick charge. This is just charge. Charge 1, charge 2, charge 3. Overcharge. Continue to hold the range attack button to double, triple, quadruple the charge of a bow. Increases its damage each time. Oh gosh, we cannot tell Sassy about these. Okay, so charge only goes up to 3. And I think potato recovery. There's a lot of fun enchants in there. Only goes up to 3 as well, so this is a great book. Okay, so these are all maxed out. The rest of these are going to need help. That's efficiency 3. Do we have another efficiency 3? Efficiency 2. Can we make an efficiency 3 and combine them? Efficiency 2. Those can be combined. That can be combined. Okay. I don't know if we have enough levels to do this. Efficiency 3. Efficiency 4. How far does efficiency go? 5. You know, I'm just now thinking as well. I think the Mana Enchanter only cares about the first enchant, so I don't know if it's going to actually give me that efficiency. Let's see. Efficiency 5. Oh, there's Potent Poison. Lots of good stuff on here. Bag of Souls. Beast Burst. Poison Focus. Oh gosh, we got some good ones. I wish I could strip enchantments off of these books. How many episodes of Thaumcraft series are left till the end? I would say 3 to 5. I'd agree with that, Ari. Some of those enchantments only with the bow, not sword. You should press uses on Terrorblade to see which enchants it can use. Oh, I'm also going to eventually enchant. I'm not just looking for enchants for the blade. I'm just kind of picking out like what looks good here or fun. So I know a lot of those won't work with the sword. I'm just kind of grabbing them when I see them. Like I might enchant some armor too. Capacity. Increases hair tank capacity. Okay, and I think we got one more thing to check. There's a hidden barrel down here. Sharpness, respiration. Looting. Another potent poison by itself. Exploding. Foam cutter. Mines, cobs, hives, nests, and wax blocks faster. That's funny. Sassy would probably like that for the B dimension that doesn't exist. Okay. This is enough to work with. Okay. So we're going to need to make 2 Terrasteel, which will use a full mana pool. Divide that by 4. It'll just take 1/4 mana out of each one of those pools, which shouldn't be enough to overflow it. Let's see, diamond. Goodness for our orchid. 2 of these. Dump these back in. Pearls are not yet in the system, but they are here. Perfect. Oops. Let's do that. Sort. Okay. There's ritual and bewitchment called Hex. It would disenchant the stuff. There's also a... Well, I really wish I could separate... in some mods in the past, I've been able to take something that's enchanted and strip it off and put it onto a book. Or if I could separate a book that had multiple enchants and separate them into... Like if I had a book with 5 enchants, if I could separate that into 5 separate books. That's what I'd like to do. It may not be available in this mod pack, and if that's the case, I kind of accept that because it's actually a very strong ability. It was in one of the old Bewitchments. There was, I think it was called Charmed, and it let me use the Grindstone to do that, but to be honest, that was a little bit OP. I think, actually, now I say it out loud, I like this way better because it makes it harder to get, and therefore when you achieve it, it feels more powerful to me. So I think we're okay. Okay, let's put away the stuff we're not going to use right off the top. Let's see. Bane of Arthropods. Well, it does have efficiency. We're just going to get Bane of Arthropods on our sword if we do this, though. So we're going to put that away. Chain Reaction. And Unbreaking 3. This is a good test. Wait, a chance to fire extra projectiles from a target, so that won't... You know, the Stormcaller and the Terrasteel Blade can both shoot a projectile. So I'm kind of curious if Chain Reaction might actually still apply. So we'll put that, keep that. Persistent Poison. I'm going to put all the poison things in here that I have here. Charge 3. Keep charge 3. Piercing. Poison Cloud. Again, I kind of want to put the poison stuff in one spot. Let's actually take this piercing and put it over here. Bag of Souls. Increase the amount of experience you gain relative to the level of the enchantment. Sure. Using a healing potion causes an explosion at your pet's locations. I think that's, this is also a poison. Okay, we'll put poison over here. Infinity, put that over here. So really, what now we got, whatever this gives it, charge and bag of souls. What a weird combo. But this is just a proof of concept. We're not reliant on XP values anymore. You could throw that on the pink pick screen, which effectively to come. You could throw that on the pick, which has efficiency. I didn't quite catch what you're putting down, Heavenly, on that last one. Okay. So we have the materials. Let's convert them. Now, let's check these. 14, 13, and 14. If we ever see a 6, we know there's a problem. Okay. If we do this too many times, I know without it letting it recharge, it can cause a problem, but I think it can handle 2. So cool. Where are we at now? 11, 12, 12, 8. Okay, this is the guy we got to keep an eye on. 7 is danger zone, 6 is broken. So 2, 3. 7, it lit up. Okay. And now it quit lighting up, and now it's at 8. Yes! It successfully called one. 9. And we should see it 10. Yay! The system works. Okay, cool. 2 Terrasteels. Thundercaller. Yeah, I haven't used some of those very much though, so they'd be kind of cool to make. This will be a good test to see if the things are still laggy or if that has fixed itself here. Okay, so let's go ahead and zoop. There's the Terrorblade. Already had one in the system apparently. Remote Paranoia. Now, let's see if this thing... You know what? I'm not getting lag spikes. Huh. Okay. However, I am going to refresh here. There we go. Something was draining my FPS, but it wasn't this. Okay. Well, I'm very happy about that. Let's see, what all can one make with the Terrorblade then? There's a Thundercaller. There's a Starcaller. So I think this will bring down meteorites. I don't remember what the Thundercaller does. Let's look that up. Thundercaller is a dual-pronged sword, the ability to conjure lightning. I'm already there. That's awesome. Sacrifices the power of long-range attacks for the power to zap multiple... Oh, okay, okay. So you're not going to be able to... It has a built-in chain reaction right into it. Okay. Zap multiple targets one stroke. Attack for Thundercaller in the crowd will generate a chain of lightning that zaps nearby hostile mobs. Okay. Cool. So what we need to do, we need to put a spark on that so it can get mana. And now we can put a sword on there. If you craft 3 swords, I might just do that. Okay. And let's go ahead and get these ready. So we're going to need to get this. So this is just a proof of concept. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Hello? It's not letting me click on it. What's going on? It's connected. Okay, why can't I click on this? What am I missing? Power emitted from mana pylons. Structure can be built. Structure mana enchanter isn't cheap. Da da da. Takes all these things. Got to assemble. After construction, right-click the core lapis 1 to 4. So we did that. To use the enchanter, place via right-click the item to be enchanted and enchanter itself. Drop 10 books of desired enchantments within a circle. Okay. To start the enchantment, right-click the enchanter with a rod. That's what I did. Right click isn't doing anything. Okay. It's because those enchants not work on the sword? None of them do? Charge, chain react. Okay. Bag of Souls should. Okay, well, let's... Our first enchant is going to be just the Bane of Arthropods. This is so depressing, but I want to see this actually work. Womp. Was it? Okay. Bane of Arthropods. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. I do remember that there are certain, even if an enchant can go on an item, sometimes a mana enchanter just won't play with it. I want to do a just, whoops, quick test here. And yeah, we can disenchant this pretty easily. So let's take some of these things that we took. We had charge, we had chain reaction, and we had bag of souls. Okay, this is just a proof of concept test here. So what would happen if we had the sword here and we had bag of souls? Okay. That doesn't go on there. Chain reaction. Okay, the unbreaking can, but it's not the first enchant, so maybe that's why it wasn't working. Charge also doesn't. So I think we can conclude a few things from this. One, if it doesn't go on the sword, it won't work with the mana enchanter. Two, if it has an enchantment that can work, but it's not the first enchantment listed on the book, it won't be looked at by the it won't be looked at. So go ahead and just disenchant it this way. That's easier. Okay. That's okay though. Okay, let's sleep. Just get rid of this rain. So chain reaction only be good with bows. Bane arthropods is the only thing we're going to ever get out of this. We'll just put this back. We're never going to use that. Charge 3 might use when we figure out what it goes on to. Maybe that's an armor enchant. And bag of souls. That must also be an armor enchant, I'm guessing. Maybe just put the sword in the enchanting table, then steal the enchant. Looting, soul siphon. You know what? There was already a looting book in here. Looting would actually be a great one. Just to be able to have... Actually, why am I doing it like that? Loot. It's not looting. That's looting. Now, question. Can I get better? This is just a test. Can I get better than looting 3? Because it's... Why would it even let me do this? It doesn't improve the looting at all. It would just use up the book. Okay. Okay. Let's... Just throw the books in here. Aqua Curate. Block of Lapis. We are going to use Bewitchment here. Bewitchment only uses 5 levels to get a good enchant. We have 5 levels. Where's all of our Lapis at? Is it in here? So much. So much Lapis. Okay. It's back. This, a book, and Aqua. Now we just need to switch out the circle. Make a mana circle. So you have sharpness. I'm going to try it for better here. I think we can get like something good out of the Bewitchment here. Right. Pictures. Question. Oh yeah. Oh. We need to find a yew tree, so that tells me, but we need to go brewing. No, not brewing. Rituals. View. Need to make that a purple ring. Okay. Hope we have enough purple chalk to do this. Yeah, we should have enough purple chalk. We'll just swap out the runes. Actually, this kind of makes sense that this would be the one that they'd have. Because this is the enchantment circle. The other one is the propagation one. Okay. So if we go loop. Then the thing we're enchanting. Okay. 2, 3, boom, and book. Okay, let's see what it... Enchants onto items. The items must be enchanted, thrown in there. Each item will have 5 experience levels. I guess a book isn't counted as an item. I'd have to enchant the sword directly. I found a fun ritual that will fit your theme of ritual of immortality. Yes. The funny nuance with that ritual, though, is you have to be within range of the ritual, and it has to be chunk loaded. So the moment you run out of range, you move away from this thing, you're no longer immortal. But a viewer did mention a way around that. There is a way you can soul bind yourself to another animal. So we could make the ritual of immortality, have a cow in here, and maybe tether it to like a fence. Soul bind with the cow, so any damage I take, like use a poppet, so any damage I take would go to the cow instead. And then have the cow be in the circle of immortality. So all my damage would be redirected to the cow, and the cow would be immortal, so I would never get hurt. That would be so awesome. That's funky. We're gonna have to try that at some point. Alright. So let's go ahead and get in here. And go ahead and enchant that book. Oh, jeez! I thought we were done after the scream ended, and I was not ready for the glass. Fade fail. Oh. Imagine you do it and prevent you from dying from Agent Johnson. Yeah, that could be a cool little plot twist there, just like, Agent Johnson's very clever at tactics, but Fade might be able to do something he doesn't expect. Like a Cow of Immortality damage redirection would be awesome. Woo! I'm awake now. Thank you, Chaos. Okay. So, yep, we're going to go... Okay, where's the lappies? We got like... Lappies. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to get just a tiny little enchant on this. Loyalty. Now, I'm going to try it because I'm supposed to be better at enchanting, so I should get a bonus. I got no bonus. At all. No bonus. Okay, fine. I need more XP. Come here, you. More XP. Where's that loyalty book? We already... There's a loyalty book already in here. Oh. It's in here. Loyalty 1, loyalty 2, loyalty 3. We don't need repeating loyalties anymore, actually. So we can clear these off. We only ever need the 1 now, because of the Mana Enchanter. That'll give us a little bit of XP. Talk about holy cow! Now the sassy taglock if she becomes your enemy. I might have some contingency DNA samples just in case something goes bad. Okay. Yep. Loyalty is trident. It's what makes it return. That's what she has on her bee spear. Yep. That lovely bee spear that gives me paralyzation with neurotoxin. Very fun. Very fun. Let's see if she throws bread at you. Sorry, I'm paranoid. Okay. Yeah, if that happens, that means she was listening. No. I've been tricked. How dare you? You betrayed me, Heavenly. Why? Okay. We need XP. That's why we got these. We're gonna go blop. That's 13. Oh gosh, I want to save some of these for building. Blop. That's... Oh. Well, we're gonna have to make more of them. Blop. 21. And this is where I remember to check the dank. And Because there's no bottles of XP in here, Sassy. Why? Okay. Okay. Deep. Oh, deep slate. That's okay. We can get some deep slate really quick. Yep. This is gonna be super fast. I'm thinking she has her phone on your stream while doing book. She might. Now, if she's in a deep edit, she may not be listening. But if she's taking a break, what is that wand that you have a 3? The wand is a building wand, and it has 3 tools in it. So that's what determines kind of what it can do. It can only pick up blocks that you have the appropriate tool inside of it. And actually, thank you actually for asking, because this is a fortune tool, and we do not want. We want the silk touch these items actually, because we do not want to have to smelt them. So thank you. I would have messed up there. And I think we can put this. It's fine. We'll be fine. You know, I just realized I don't even have to do this. I have deep slate. It's in my dank. It's in the other side. We have 1.4k of it. So this is completely not necessary. But I guess since we're here, I will show you what I do. Is it from Building Wand mod? It's from, yes, Building Wands. Yep. Very versatile. Go in here. And we'll kind of go around the corner where we can't. Looks like I was in here doing it, so we'll go ahead and plop. Plop. And since this is a Silk Touch wand in here, it is grabbing the Silk Touch style. Cool, and that probably has given us, okay, we now have 2k of it in there. That's plenty. And then shortcut home, I always bring a bag of potions with me, and one of them is returning potion. Let's go back home. Love it. Got bottles in here. Okay, cool. You could make some XP with the zinc. Yes, that will help with some XP. Let's go ahead and grind that in there. I don't think it will get us to 30, but it will be a start. Meanwhile, we can. I messed up. There we go. What the heck? What's happening? What's going on? Okay. Get petrified lichen. Just do that, I guess. I like how that looks. Okay, change the wand to do a placement. area. That, okay. We still have... flower. There's the orchid. Okay. Let's not hold that in our offhand. Let's not hold that in our offhand either. Okay. Fly to the top. Put the orchid right there. And let's see, which one did you decide to connect to? Nothing. Okay, let's too high right here. Okay. It's fine. Pick you up. Take out a block. But I might as well just, honestly, I don't think we're going to be in this room very often down there when all's said and done. So I'm just going to put this floating orchid there. Then we can hide it. We're not going to be in here. This room is just a bunch of redstone and all this stuff will be moved up eventually. There we go. Break, we don't have it bound to the right pool. There we go. We want it bound to the pool that's going to refill. Okay. And now I can just do this. Jeez. Headset users, be careful. Beware. Oh. Okay. Forgot how loud that was. Let's Distance does not make a difference with this thing. Okay, yeah, it's doing a bit quieter now. Oh! Okay. Ow. Yeah, that's accurate. Is free cam part of a mod? Yes, it's part of the free cam mod. Yep, that's what it's called. I find it's a useful building tool. Because, like, if I want to see what the exterior of my building looks like, instead of me having to run out there and then pillar up, and we just kind of handshake that we won't use this for, like, anything cheaty. Like, we don't go into ground, we don't x-ray with it. We don't snoop in our people's bases with it. I wish I was in your Thaumcraft 6 series. It is now. I added it in. It's a little bit different because the same mod didn't exist in 1.12, but it works well enough. And it's very helpful for building. It also is good for cinematic shots. Now, I do use the replay mod, but it's, replay mod in 1.12. It's not, I mean, there's many updates that have happened since. In fact, 1.12 is the last version of Forge that got the replay mod. Now it's only available in Fabric. So it's is a little glitchy, and I rely on that to do my cinematic shots. But that's the other reason why I got to get things done, because at some point that's going to quit working, and I won't be able to do that anymore. The other camera in Thaumcraft, well, it lets me do this. I can control this camera pretty well. The other camera in Thaumcraft is slippery. Building wand would have helped you build your tower. I did use a building wand to make that tower. It wasn't as robust as this one. It just kind of like repeats whatever's below it. But I also have access to some wands in that mod pack that I don't have access to here. The what's it called? Oh yeah, I do have. I forgot. I have a night vision. I have access to the astral sorcery wands, which are super powerful. Was it building wand from Botania I used? I thought I had the like building wand in there too. I'm pretty sure I did. I got the Botania swapping wand. I think I got a few building wands from astral sorcerer. Let's back up a little bit so that doesn't. This is gonna take a minute. Man, I wish I had an overgrowth seed. We're getting really lucky with the diamonds in this. Let me see here. Now we're gonna let that go here. Okay, so we got this thing functionally complete. We need to get some better books. I need to get Sassy. I think the best thing to do is to get Sassy to make. I need to put in an order at Wolfram and B and have Sassy get me a ton of bottles of experience, since as a warlock, pillagers do not trade with me. And she can do it at a discounted rate, and they never run out. I think that's the play. We'll let that kind of do its thing. And I'm going to try to get this complete with books between streams. But I'll hold off on any enchanting until people are watching. But I think for now, I got to get going. We got Easter stuff to do. It was fun. Sassy should be streaming on her normal day on Tuesday. She might be doing another bonus stream as well, because she wants to play this as well as Stardew Valley. She's doing a 100-day video. And new content was just released for Stardew Valley, as I understand. So check her out on her side of the channel. And let's see what we got here. Where did my person go? My Twitch thing go away? Have a good weekend for people who don't... Yeah, for everybody. Happy Easter, or just happy Saturday. Okay. Let's see. Hey, we got some Viva La Dirt League people streaming. Rowan's streaming Dead by Daylight.